and welcome back. This is episode 230 of NooBTooB, a weekly independent podcast where we are sitting in front of my strangely changed kitchen.
Where's the wine?
You guys may have been wondering what's going on.
Yeah, there's what is going on?
I don't like change, says the internet.
Yeah, I know.
So I am selling my house.
Yes.
I am moving back to the East Coast, which is where I am from.
And congratulations, by the way.
Thank you, selling my house. So it's kind of sad news for the NooBTooB army, I know.
Yeah, it's going to be a little tough to record every week with being on two entirely different coasts. So
it's the end. It is.
I think so.
This is the beginning of the end. So we have one more episode after this one.
One more. This is quick. Like, this is just...
Yeah, I mean, like, my house was for sale, and then they bought it, and I have to be out of here. Literally, I have to be out of my house 3 weeks from today and driving out to Washington, D.C., where I'm going to be living from now on.
That's right.
So this has been such a good run.
Dude, it's been almost, 5 years?
It's been 5 years. We've got 6.7 million views.
Yeah,
we have
almost 30,000 subscribers, thanks to you guys.
And the best community on the entire internet.
Oh, yeah.
We've had such a good time reviewing all these games, meeting all you guys, and we're going to stay friends with everybody. We're going to, we're going to still be online doing stuff.
Yeah, hopefully still have packs.
Yeah.
As long as everything works out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's been a big run. Man, dude, when we first started this, I totally didn't think it would last.
I didn't either. It was just me and you dicking around at work, just being like, those motherfuckers got podcasts out there. We can do that because we both have big mouths.
That's right.
Also, let's drink some beers.
That helps a lot. Yeah. I think we went to like some Xbox Live Arcade thing, and we're like, dude, we got to get invited to these.
And this was when Xbox Live Arcade was launching. This was the beginning of Xbox Live Arcade. We went, and you got invited to something. You dragged me along.
Yeah, and we're like, let's go.
We could do this all the time.
Free food,
free beer.
Of course, we didn't actually get invited to anything for about a year or two. Yeah,
but then we met all you guys. So I mean, like the show started out, we had 100 views, we had 200 views, we had 1,000 views. Yeah. Suddenly, the forums exploded, YouTube exploded, and then we've been sticking with this for longer than either one of us have stuck with damn near anything in our lives.
Pretty much, this is my longest project I've probably ever had at this point. And I'm impressed, and I'm really glad that especially the people that have been watching from the beginning. Like some of these guys have seriously been there since before we started doing YouTube videos.
Yeah,
you guys were there. Audio-only days.
Audio, before episode 23.
Which boggles my mind. Like, we were really bad.
Yeah, we were
really bad.
I would basically just recommend not ever watch anything pre-100. Let's just say that was our practice year.
Yeah, just kind of ignore it. We kind of like honed our podcasting skills.
Right.
But yeah, so
anyway, so we just wanted to say, thank you guys from the bottom of our heart. This has been some of the most fun we've ever had for 5 years.
Yeah. And if we ever catch each other again in like Japan, we'll probably throw something up. Just at least didn't want to like leave you guys hanging for the most part. We're not going to be able to do weekly shows. Yeah, obviously.
The channel will still be there if we have a chance. I'm going to be coming back for work occasionally. If we have a chance to do a video, we'll say hi occasionally.
Yes.
But effectively, 231 next episode is the last official episode of NooBTooB.
Let's talk about some games.
All right, let's talk about some games. And drink some beers.
Ding.
All right, guys.
That's what you guys came for, not some sappy stuff.
Seriously.
What do we have up? So your name is...
I'm Tobin Kazire.
Yes, and I'm Yuzo Watanabe. This week we are covering a bunch of games, including Brink, Outland, Jubeat, Vanessa Saint-Pierre Delacroix, and her Nightmare, and Pulse. On the iOS.
Yeah, iOS. That's one of the... Actually, we've done a couple iOS games.
We have, but it's rare, and we actually have two this week because...
And one of them you guys can get easily. The other one is a fun challenge.
We're going to talk about how you get them, yeah.
And then the new releases are LA Noire! Woo! And The Witcher 2, which people are excited about, and we figure we should be. Chrono Trigger, Old School Madness, and Cake Mania Main Street.
Yes! That's most exciting. That's the game.
Which Yuzo and a bunch of girls are excited about.
You don't understand.
I do understand that you're a girl. So that's it, but let's get started with Brink.
Brinky-dink! So Brink is the game that we saw back in PAX 2 years ago. And I swear they faked it. They faked the entire thing.
I think they did.
Because we were watching the video on like at least 8 huge-ass screens put together, and it was like, I've never seen anything that looked that good.
No, and the way that they put it together was this very, very concise mission-based squad combat, which was very much in the vein of something that I would think was fun, where it's just like it was you, and the demo that we saw was like you and like 3 other dudes, and it was just like boom, that's like Face, and that's Murdoch, and there's Hannibal over there, and it's just like there's Mr. T doing some shit, but every person had their role, and it was very, very much like, I have this mission, it involves these three steps, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to shoot these guys, and it just looked awesome.
Yeah, and there's, they had that whole parkour element, you were like running up against walls and just jumping over stuff.
Switching roles.
And like the thing about this, like for me, I was so excited about the mission-based thing, I was so amazed by the graphics and how this amazing thing looked, and then when I played the game, something happened.
Not so much.
Yeah, something got lost in translation from their. I'm sure they had at least like 50 PCs running. To make that graphic engine. Because I looked at this, it looks kind of crappy.
It doesn't look awesome. But I mean, see, here's the thing. Like, a game can look crappy. You know me. Like, a game could look crappy, and if it's the most fun thing in the world, I don't care.
Oh, of course, yeah, but.
It didn't look like it should. It didn't look like what we saw plus 2 years of polish.
2 years of like rust that you have to come off, so it didn't look that great. And the thing is, like, I started playing, and I really didn't like the structure. Right, the structure was all about multiplayer.
It is a nonstop frenetic multiplayer game. This is not like multiplayer like you and I doing Gears of War co-op.
No, not at all.
This is very much
team-based multiplayer.
It's as if you are in at all times a 20-person game. Of craziness.
Yeah, and even because they said they put a lot of time and effort into the single player campaign, and I was kind of watching it, and I'm like, well, this is interesting. I see a lot of cutscenes, and then a team deathmatch with a bunch of really dumb AI people.
Yes.
Right, and this is probably my biggest point of the game. My point against the game is that when I'm playing and I'm trying to, and the whole point is it's team based. You say, hey, go do this, or hey, I'm going to be the medic and save everybody, and then you're supposed to do the objective, and like the couple of maps, I would go after the objective, and everybody else would be somewhere else.
Yeah,
I'd be like, huh. Thanks, guys.
And they would cluster. Like, there's obviously some sort of flocking in the AI where they would see, like, they were trying to make it clever enough that it wasn't everybody just runs toward the endpoint. Turns out that they end up being retarded.
I think they made it too clever.
A little too clever for its own good, and these guys are like squirrels. But, yeah, I mean, the game over and over just kind of becomes you spawn 50 miles away from some shit.
Yeah.
And you kind of stagger over there, and it's just a bunch of people sniping each other over a hold point or a blow up a door point or a guard, whatever hostage point.
Yeah, and the other thing about this game, like I'm big into multiplayer games, right?
Yeah.
Like I love them, but for some reason, like you were saying, there's all these choke points.
Yeah.
Like I would have to go and deliver a secret package to the end, and I'd come and I'm like, wow, I got to go down this one corridor, and I see 4 heads pop up looking at me. I'm like, and all my friends are back over there. I'm like, where'd it go? Right? And I'm like trying to carry it, and then I die, and just over and over again. It's just
It was not. I mean, like you said, you're the multiplayer one of the two of us. Like I could tell within an hour of playing this game. Like I was playing, it's like, fuck.
I'm surprised it took you an hour.
Well, I mean, I was like, the excitement that we've had for Brink. Like I was just like, in here somewhere is a good game. In here somewhere, like I kept switching roles. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be the medic. I'm gonna be this guy. I'm gonna be support. I'm gonna be technician. I was like, somewhere in there is gonna be something that feels methodical, something that feels like I'm solving puzzles, or something that feels like I'm doing something in a squad method that was the way this game was sold to me, where it's like, you and your squad advance to this point. You lay an explosive. You do this over here, and it's like step through the stage. No, it is clusterfuck 24/7.
They do have steps, but each step is a brand new map. I don't know if, like you play Team Fortress 2, right?
Yeah.
So like they would actually separate the map after you do each like objective, and that's how they did everything. It's not like, oh, you got to do this, and they can push stuff back. It's just like, oh, you go to the next level, and you won that round.
Right.
Right. And it's just. I don't know. It's just like all of it's just like missing polish. It's kind of buggy. It looks like shit.
People that have been playing on the PC have been saying, have you heard about this stuff on the ATI cards?
No, what?
That it almost doesn't work on ATI cards. Like there's like all this weird stuff where there's like gridding on the screen and people get stuck and they can't move. And there's all this stuff like Gabe from Penny Arcade has been like just bitching his head off about like he can't get it to run his PC. It's buggy on the Xbox. Like it's just it's not a good game.
No, and it's a disappointment considering what they really splashed with.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, and the idea they sold us, they couldn't deliver it.
Here's the thing that weirds me out is I have to feel like you and I are software developers. I feel like, what does it feel like to be on the team that's releasing this game? You have to know it's not good, right? Like you have to know that it's not what you were telling people is going to be, because this game is getting universally shat upon.
Yeah.
Like, what does that feel like to know, like, you've worked for 4 years on this game that you've been telling people is going to be the greatest, greatest experience ever, and it's just...
And at some point, you're realizing, well, it's like, wow, this isn't getting any better.
It's not. And you realize that, like, you keep tweaking stuff, and then things don't get better, and some things get worse, and it's just like you're just trying to round up this snowball of shit.
And the thing is, you knew that was happening probably a year ago, because they delayed it. Then they delayed it again.
Yeah.
Because at some point, the people were outside of the company. They were like, guys, this game isn't that much fun. Can you guys fix it?
Yeah.
Can you do something?
You know that they had to go beyond the because there's the QA, but then there's the step where you and I have done this before, where it's like you bring in, like, I got to try Tomb Raider Underworld, some of these other games, and then that's when the people come in, they're like, hey, why is this game bullshit? Like, I don't work for you. I can tell you this game blows.
It's like, you're going to actually expect me to pay $60 for this game? And it's like...
And they're just, like, sitting there probably all frustrated. They're like, can I go? Like, I know I got 15 minutes left, but... I've seen it. I get it. Like,
yeah, I know. It's just like, I was playing the game, and I was just like, I see this, I get it. And I'm like, I'm kind of annoyed I paid this much money for it.
Yeah.
But, like, the thing is, right, like, generally speaking, like, from what I hear from a lot of game developers, people don't know a game is good until kind of like the final moments. Because it doesn't really gel. Everybody's kind of working on the random things. And somehow, at this last point, like 2 months before the game comes out, magic happens.
I was just thinking, there's this dude, the dude that did like the parkour, probably thought this was like the best game in the world. It's like, you don't understand! Because it actually, the parkour actually feels really good. Like,
it kind of does,
because they do this really cool thing where you have heavies, mediums, and lights. And the lights can fucking fly like bats. Like, they are leaping across chasms.
Yeah, they're like
and they're jumping off walls. And I mean, I actually really enjoyed that element of the negotiating, like leaping over stuff. So you just know this poor shithead. It's just like, oh my god, Mirror's Edge ain't got shit. Like, I'm gonna show this fucker. It's the best. And then he plays it. He's like, oh no.
Actually, what he does, he probably like kills everybody on the map and just does parkour all around the place.
It's like updating his resume. It's like Brink is like backspace, backspace, backspace.
Oh, it's so unfortunate though.
Yeah.
I mean, really, because like this game, and there's a lot of people working on it. They try really hard, but man, fuck.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's not fun.
And it makes me sad too because these same guys at Enemy Territory.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember my review back in the day, but it was Quake Wars Enemy Territory, and I remember playing the beta, and I was so addicted to it.
Oh wow.
Like I was playing it for like a month.
Yeah.
Like every night, so good. And then when they released the game, they
fixed it.
And I played 2 days, and I'm like, this game is shit.
You assholes.
Seriously.
Yeah.
They made it worse. So anyhow, hopefully they'll get better. They're owned by Bethesda, so at least they can come out with some good games. Hopefully they'll fix things for the next one.
Here's hoping. Yeah, I mean, it was a nice try.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find the fun.
Yeah,
But I can wash that taste out of your mouth, my friends, because...
Is that what you say to everybody?
Yes. Hello, ladies. Let me show you my special mouthwash. So, Outland!
Outland! What is Outland?
This is a sleeper. This is like... I thought
nobody's going to play this game. You realize that, right? Nobody. Seriously.
Why do you have to cry? I haven't even started reviewing the game yet. I'm just like, hey, guess about Outland? You're like, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares about you and your little, like, niche games.
How would you describe Outland? Like,
best game ever.
Okay, yeah, but what, like, if you're going to tell somebody...
I would describe it as Metroid Ikaruga.
That's pretty good. Actually, yeah, it's pretty good.
But then people would be like, what's Ikaruga?
I would say Castlevania, Ikaruga, personally. But yeah, it's like, Ika what?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's
Ika who? Yeah, so... This game is so fucking fun. I can't even tell you guys.
It's surprisingly good.
It is shockingly good, and it gets better and better and better and better, like as you go on. So the whole thing, you're a I don't even know. You're a dude. Let's just say
you're either a white power dude or a black power. What am I going? Dark power or light power?
It's red and blue.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's white and black.
Yes.
So you got light and dark power, and you start off and you're running around, and all you can do is kind of turn yourself into this light power. And what happens is when you switch to the light power, there's light and dark platforms all over the world. And when you're light, you can stay on the light ones. When you're dark, you stay on the dark ones. Meanwhile, all these enemies are shooting light and dark bullets at you. If you're light, you don't get hurt by the light bullets, but you also can't hurt light enemies.
Yes. So and it's all about polarity. So, like, I don't know if you guys play Ikaruga, but we're talking about pretty much one of the most famous shmups out there.
Right.
Where you're a ship, and then you switch polarity. You can actually absorb bullets or not absorb bullets.
Right.
And they just took that concept for whatever reason, slapped it on Castlevania.
Yeah. And the thing is,
it's really good.
The biggest difference is that it took me a while to wrap my head around this. I was like, why am I... So I don't like shmups. I don't like bullet hell. I don't like all this stuff because that is all about memorization. It's all about... learning every little twitch move.
And patterns and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
and I was playing for hours and hours and hours in Outland. I'm like, and you get to these points where you're just like, this is impossible. You come to the screen and it's just a wall of death, and there's enemies everywhere, and there's bullets, and it's not just like a straight stream. It's like they're weaving in and out of each other and exploding into patterns.
They turned into a puzzle game.
They turned it into a puzzle game! Because I realized, I was like, I'm not memorizing stuff. I'm figuring it out.
Yeah.
I'm figuring it out.
It's static. You take Ikaruga, you just shoot, top-down shooter, you're going up. This one, they say, here's a little map.
Yeah.
Find your way, and you have to do timing. You have to, kill enemies. It's a puzzle game.
It is pornography for me.
Total puzzle game.
It is puzzle game, and it is done in such a way, because the thing is, it's almost like Twitch puzzling, where
yes, kind of like Braid, right?
Yes.
Like in some way.
That's right. And what absolutely, there's like all these points that blew my mind, but there's this one part where you start doing these jumps where you're jumping from there's like a light platform and a light wall, and then a dark platform. And you have to do these things where you're standing on this, you jump into midair, switch into dark, and then go through the wall, and then they'll have you switch back in midair, so you have to be like tap, 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 tap. And you're actually like going translucent as you slide through a wall and then landing on, that's what it is, it's light, light, light.
Yeah.
So you have to be like light, you have to jump to dark, and then back to, And the enemy fighting is actually it's really fun because
feels solid.
It's totally solid because they're just there to keep you on your toes.
Well, it also inform a pattern of timing and all that, like you're saying with shmups, but in such a way that you can take it at your. And I think that's the whole thing. Like, you don't like shmups, I think, because it's a little more reactionary.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, you make that into a static environment where you can die a bunch of times and start over. It doesn't really hurt.
Yeah.
It's cracked to you at that point. Well, for me, I'm like, I love the real-time aspect of constantly going back to my memory. I'm like, okay, pattern over here,
Yeah.
But
so I mean, I've just been just spewing fucking joy juice out my mouth. So what do you think about it?
I liked it just as much. Maybe not as much because I didn't play it as much as you did. But I mean, for the most part, I love the concept of taking the double polarity and basically adding all the timing elements that you're talking about. But what I actually really liked about it was it's weird too, the sense of exploration.
Yes.
Right? Because this whole the Metroidvania concept where you also get new powers or new dark powers as you move along, and then they have new areas where you have to use all those powers, right?
And then in every area they put in teleporters. Like, there's none of the Metroid backtracking. Well, there is, but I mean, you can teleport around.
Yeah.
So you're not walk. So I mean,
just like Castlevania.
Just like
the Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
In some ways, yeah.
I mean, they have very frequent save points, so when you die, it's not super punishing.
It's never painful.
I mean, everywhere that I would expect to get infuriated isn't there, but it's incredibly challenging. Like, there's this boss, there's this spider boss.
I didn't get there.
It is. It's like a 5-stage battle. It's just like falling through floors and like jumping from platforms, and it's sending up claws to pull down other platforms while you're on them.
I gotta play that a little more.
It's almost like a separate game. It's just like you're going through and there's all this exploration, and then the bosses are almost a game in and of themselves because they get so intricate. And when you die, you start at the beginning of the boss. You're doing like stage A, B, C, D, E.
Does that get annoying at all?
Not yet. Maybe it will. I don't know. But I mean, like,
that could get annoying depending on how long each stage is. But
it could.
It really depends on.
But the thing is what happens is once you figure out the stages, you go from like dying to taking no damage, and they get to stage 2, and then you learn that one, and you learn that one, and like. And I mean, the art direction is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just this
the
kind
music
of
is great.
Glowy. Yeah.
Like that's the thing. I love the idea because remember how we were so stoked about Shadow Complex last year? Like, they're taking kind of just this known, really good gameplay mechanic of Metroidvania, and then just tweaking it a little bit,
right,
and putting all this art resources at it.
Yeah.
It's just like, this is awesome. This is great.
Yeah, as long as I've got more puzzles to solve and more, beautiful worlds to explore, like, I could do this all day.
Yeah.
I could do it all day.
Yeah, seriously, like, I don't think I could get tired of platforming. Like, done well. Because, I mean, you remember the Braid, Shadow Complex, like, all these... Limbo, like all these amazing, like they just take the standard concept of fucking jumping on platformers and still making it fun for people like us who've been playing them for like 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. Right? It's like, and this is still fresh. This is still something I've never seen before. I've seen once I'd seen the Ikaruga thing of switching colors to avoid bullets. Then this one introduces the entire idea of combining that with platforms where it's like you can jump up and you're the wrong color and you fall through the platform and you're trying to negotiate the world while these other enemies are shooting at you. Like, I cannot say enough good stuff about Outland, and you're exactly right. None of you motherfuckers are going to listen to me. This is just like all these other games where we're just like, go play. What was the Kid Icarus style one? The
Nyx Quest.
Nyx Quest.
Yes.
All these ones that I know you guys aren't playing them, but you got to trust us. We've been talking to you for 5 years.
And you can get the trial on, I believe, both. Well, maybe not PS. On XBLA
As of
for
this
sure.
weekend, theoretically. Oh, no, the store's not back till the 31st, so you can't get the demo.
Really?
Yes. 31st of May. Can you believe that shit?
Are you kidding me?
No.
We haven't even talked about that whole nonsense. But
So anyway,
XBLA.
Go try the demo on XBLA. The working platform. God, that was like you were dicking around with me when I finally got Killzone 3.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, usually I got Killzone 3. I'm finally checking it out.
How's online?
Ass.
You're like, the fucker.
He's like, how's the multiplayer?
Oh, it reminds me. Let me grab it from you before I leave.
God
we
damn
want
it.
to review it, right?
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
Maybe.
We won't review the multiplayer.
No. Actually, well, no. I think US or is it by state by state? I think it's state by state.
Yeah, the multiplayer is supposed to be back online as of
by the time
this
you watch
last
this.
weekend. Yeah, exactly. But the store is not supposed to be back until the 31st, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah, because dude, I've been hearing all these rumors of like apparently it's not like tracked or anything but there's reports from GameStops of people returning their PS3s. And their copies of Modern Warfare 2.
Oh,
because they are so addicted, right?
Yeah.
They basically said, "I got to get a 360."
So are they buying Halo? You think that
No. I mean, there's.
Oh, they're doing Modern Warfare.
Yes,
they're
switching platforms so they can play. Because imagine this, right? If you are a hardcore player of Modern Warfare 2 and you play every night.
Yeah, I mean, this has been
this
a month.
fucked you.
This is not like oh, it's down for a day.
No,
this is like your hobby. This is like World of Warcraft being down.
Yeah, right. And it's just like after 2 weeks, you'd be like.
Yeah, you would be on whatever else the competitors are right
Pretty
now.
much.
I don't even know what that is right
You're
now.
not going to go to the Wii, I don't think, for this game. But yeah, no, seriously, like people are actually saying that they're returning their consoles.
Fuck.
That's crazy.
That is really crazy. So theoretically, you guys should be able to play online now. They said that it was, I think on the 15th, they said that they were turning it back on again.
Yeah.
But that is the worst outage we've seen in modern times. I mean, like, Anonymous hacked it. I mean, it was not Anonymous. We don't know who it was, but somebody hacked the shit out of those guys.
Yeah, and they took credit cards from some countries in Europe, not U.S.
Well, all they've reported is they've exposed the credit cards, right? Like, people haven't been reporting fraud.
Oh, I see, yeah.
I haven't heard that many reports of, like, identity theft
Very
fraud.
true.
It was just that Sony is just like, well, they could have taken about 20 million credit cards.
It was in this, database that was pwned.
Yeah.
They might have ignored it.
I don't want to frighten you, but you might want to get a new credit card. Don't freak out.
Yes, and also, just a tip, if you guys are on PSN, they say change your password. That will trigger a couple of security measures.
I'm astonished that I didn't get like an email saying we've changed your password to this random string.
Yeah, I know, right?
Why don't you log in and change it? Like they shouldn't have left anything alone.
Yeah, I can't believe they finally, because I remember I finally got my email from them like 3 weeks after they announced it. And I'm like, oh, okay.
What do you think?
I had actually logged in to the multiplayer, so I honestly didn't notice. But
well, I was telling you the best thing about this being down is I was playing Killzone and I log in and there's no system update. I was like, this is fucking fantastic. I put in a game to my PlayStation, and the game starts.
You don't have to wait like 20 minutes.
No update, no mandatory update. It just on.
So there are some side benefits.
There's definitely. I was like, thanks, hackers. Bing, bing. But yeah, it is very weird.
I'm just. I think Sony will now pay a little more attention to their architecture this time around.
Did you hear all this shit where like they're patchy? They hadn't patched their web server and they didn't have a security guy like guarding their web infrastructure.
And seriously, like having access to their dev network that all of the third parties to the fucking customer data somehow.
It's insane. They're like, we have an enormous Sony cock and nothing could ever go wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
And remember, they also lost the security for their master key. Remember that too.
Yeah.
So like seriously, whoever's their security guy.
Yeah. That's got to be a fun job.
You might want to find a new job. And
and I wouldn't put this on your resume.
I work for Sony.
Yeah.
So anyhow, that's Outland. It's awesome. Go check it out. Next game is going to be a little challenging for folks to give a try, but we'll give the lowdown. Yeah,
we'll give you the challenge. So when we were in Japan, there's this game that's hugely popular in the arcades called Jubeat.
Jubeat, yes, and it's from Konami, who they make all of the Beatmania games.
Right, and it's a 4x4 grid of lights that are actually all mini screens. They all have very high resolution graphics on the inside of them, and it's playing music. It's like DDR for your fingers.
Yeah.
So you just go and you're just touching the buttons as it comes up. and we both thought this was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I played a little bit.
I spent a lot of money on this.
Oh, you
game
spent a
when I was
lot.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, I spent at least like $30 or $40.
Yeah,
which is kind of a lot for.
Yeah, it's
for
American
a, kid,
a lot.
Right? It's American,
not Japanese.
It's like 3 games more or less. But no, we're playing it like it's obviously a lot of J-pop, a lot of things like that.
Yeah.
But they actually went and took that interface and ported it to the iPad.
Yeah. So we were both very excited. We're like, that's awesome. You'd be on the iPad, except Japan only.
Yeah.
Dickety dick.
What?
So instead of just giving us what we will pay you for, they hide it away, so it's Japanese only. But there's a trick.
There's a trick.
There's a trick. It's a pain in the ass. So you can go and sign up for a Japanese iTunes account.
Now, so do you need a credit card?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't need a Japanese credit card, though.
You don't need a credit card.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
You go. Oh God, there's this whole series of steps that I found online. It is a huge pain in the ass. So basically, I can't even remember how to walk through the whole thing. You have to Google around for it. But we're just basically telling you guys it's hard to do, but you can sign up for a Japanese iTunes account. You can download the free demo of this game. It comes with 4 songs.
Three
songs.
3 or 4 songs. Yeah.
And it really works on the iPad. Like this is like
amazing.
Super nerdy, and it makes me want to go and try and find more like super nerdy Japanese rhythm games that I'm sure exist on the iPad.
Yeah, and it's just like I hopefully at some point they will bring it over, but then they'll have to pretty much localize it with the real U.S. artists. But for the most part, like I'm really surprised at how responsive it is because you play it with headphones.
Yeah,
it's just like it's just music, and honestly, it is pretty much a DDR clone for your fingers.
Yeah, that's all it is.
But you're doing things like this.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can show some sort of.
I'll find some footage of it.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is you start doing chords, right? You start doing like 2 at a time, and you kind of start to feel like your fingers are dancing down the screen, right? Like you'll walk around a circle and go back and forth and go down. Like we know that most of you guys won't be able to get your hands on it, but we figured we need to at least give the super J nerds out there the fact that like you and I track this shit down because we're obsessed with all things Japanese gaming. And this is totally worth it. If you want to spend the hour Googling around and dicking around with your iPad or not iPhone, no, it's just iPad.
I think it's just iPad, yeah.
But it is definitely worth it to check out.
Yeah, and it's something that's one of those things that it might actually not show up here. So
I bet it won't.
Just for that experience.
Right now, I'm saying I bet it won't. I think that they've kind of stopped giving us the rhythm games as the rhythm games died out here.
I guess so, but because it's basically I think the best equivalent of this game is pretty much Owendan.
Yeah.
Osu Tatakai Owendan.
Yeah, I'm sure that's sold like hotcakes here.
Was Elite Beat Agents here, right? So
yeah,
I don't know how well it's sold, but I know a lot of people, the people that like it, love it.
Yeah.
So this game is pretty similar to that, but I think the music's a little better.
Yeah, the music's great. I mean, this is and you're right. It's the otaku crowd, right? It's the super.
They're out there. I mean, come on. All the
and they all watch this show.
Hello, I mean,
we've got like every time we say anything about Japanese culture, there'll be like these like 100 ultra mega fans. They'll like correct us. They're like, no, it's actually this.
no, that girl on your anime pillow. It's actually this person.
She did. They did. They knew that. They're like, this is this girl from this anime that you have never heard of. Because I win.
And they did.
And you guys are awesome. We'd really do it. I've always loved the fact that we can make any obscure game reference on this show, and they will get it. We can say anything, and they will correct us.
Pretty much.
You guys, in aggregate, you 30,000 NooBTooB fans make the world's nerdiest person, and we love you.
Well, the thing is, we were talking about it, right? Like we would make these random jokes or talk about like some game and just throw it out there and just like crickets.
Yeah.
Like you, both of us are the only people who'd be like,
you're saying in real life.
Yeah, pretty much in real life. Yeah. So like now, basically all of those people are out there in the NooBTooB army,
and that's one of the things that we loved about doing this show, where it's like you and I used to work together, so it's like we could come over to each other's desks and talk shit about. But I was telling you about this at work today. Like something came up with a game, and I was like, that's just like this other game. It's just like black and white, and it's just like beep 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 beep. It's like, come on guys,
like,
where's my nerds at? There's got to be some.
Like black and white wasn't that niche, right?
It was 12 years ago or whatever.
That's true,
but we've really appreciated having you guys. We could not make a joke so obscure that half of you guys don't get it.
Pretty much. The only obscure stuff is we refer to like 80s TV shows, and like maybe
you're just too young.
10% of you guys will get some sort of different strokes humor.
But the funny thing is, we'll make some super old joke, and then there'll be a dude on YouTube that's like, I get it, and he'll be like, Gamer Dad 1944. It's like, damn it, I'm making old man jokes.
Oh, man. But yeah, so Jubeat. Give it a try on iOS and iPad.
Try and get it. Getting it on your iPad is the first part of the game.
Dude, that's a
the
badge.
Challenge.
You get an achievement for that. You get a NooBTooB achievement.
You do.
for
Straight up.
yeah.
So the next up is a PC game.
Yeah. So the name of it is
For all the haters that are like, you never review PC stuff. Suck it.
Hey, Outland. No,
We review
Brink,
everything.
Brink was on PC.
That's right.
At some point.
And if you had an ATI card, you got a Brink schlong in the bong.
Wait, is that the one that destroyed cards too, or is that
I don't think so. I didn't hear about that. I just heard the game not working,
Yeah,
basically.
some crazy stuff. But yeah, so this is a PC game. It won some indie awards.
Yeah.
It's called Vanessa Saint-Pierre Delacroix and her Nightmare.
Yeah, and it's free.
Freaky.
It's freaky, and it's free.
Yes.
So you're gonna have to Google it. Maybe we can give a link off of the show because I mean it's difficult to find a little bit.
Can you spell Delacroix?
Yeah.
I can't.
I can't. So what is it?
It is a puzzle game.
Yeah.
Except it's all based on a cube, except it's a 2D platformer puzzle cubey thing.
This is that game that I mentioned I was trying in vain to describe like 2 or 3 episodes ago, and all these people on YouTube are like, what fucking game was that? Like everyone to know. So I went and found it, and it's actually really fun. It's an interesting, I mean, it's not like super new, but the fact that you're walking on a 3-dimensional cube and the faces have to line up with the other faces, that's the innovation. That's the cool part. Yeah,
and the whole point is, so yeah, I mean, you're basically trying to get to the exit. Sometimes you need to save somebody and do it.
But bring a block with you.
Yeah, bring a block. But for the most part, it's like what you're doing is you're rotating each face, traveling to other faces, and then in the rotation, you're also affecting the world.
Right.
So it's kind of your standard puzzle thing, but the fact that it's free and there's like 100? Are there 100 levels?
There's a lot of levels.
There's a lot of levels. Up
More
to
levels than I've beaten. How about
yeah,
that?
well, I played it and I'm like, wow, this is great. It was like 2 a.m. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah. But it's great. I mean, it's one of these things where, you know, you're kind of used to the whole maze puzzle. It's the old school block puzzles, right? Where it's like you turn a thing and you're trying to get a block to the end of the exit. But then you start to realize that once you've gotten the block where you want it to be, you haven't gotten the wall next to the right wall that you need to walk under. And you're like, shit. This is actually multidimensional. Like you have to figure out what is on all sides of you, and you have to kind of take that into effect while you're changing gravity.
And there's also interesting, was it like timing? Not timing things, but like puzzle things where you have to rotate and you have to move this block because everything's by gravity.
Right.
So it would fall to a particular level. You twist it, then you twist it this way, and you have to just basically get each block to other areas to unlock stuff. So.
And it's got what I would probably call the Yuzo crack,
What's that?
which is there's a par number of moves to get to the end, and they tell you how you did compared to par.
I did have to redo a few.
I knew you would. I knew
I'm
you
assuming
would.
you didn't. You were like, I finished.
Like, I beat it. Par this.
It's just like 800 seconds, 24,000 spins.
Yeah, exactly. But did I lose? No, I did not. I defeated your puzzle. Even though it took me way too long.
Yeah, well, the thing is, this is an interesting thing. Is like they actually put an element in here where you can continue even though you don't solve the puzzle.
Yeah.
Which
they're like, "Are you a bitch?
Yeah.
Are you a bitch? Go ahead. You didn't do very well, but you can continue."
Well, it's great because for people like you're like, whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't.
And for me, I'm like, no. Right?
Are you insulting me?
And I'm like,
smart.
And I'm staring at it. And I'm like, oh, okay, wait, no, optimizing and shit.
I didn't redo it, but when I got the clever solutions, when I was like, ooh, I can do that, and I had like 1, 2, 3 or whatever, and you get the thing, and I'm like under par. I was like,
oh, by accident or
I'm saying
going back?
I'm saying I would try and solve it in a clever way. I'm not like just being a douchebag, just hitting
you're
random
like
keys.
spin.
Yeah. What'd that do? What'd that do? I'll just keep hitting the spin until something works.
That's how I imagine you playing every game for the most part. That didn't do anything.
I can just imagine in your head, in the user's head, this is Tobin playing every video game in the world. It's like, actually, it's playing with this hand and then surfing pornography with this one.
Wait, don't you need a third hand? I guess not. Yeah.
I've learned some tricks.
That's right.
God damn you.
Sorry. So, Vanessa Saint-Pierre Delacroix and her Nightmare.
Check it out.
It's free. I mean, fucking try it.
Absolutely.
Give this guy some money.
Yeah.
Boop.
And then last one up is Pulse.
So this is another game on iOS.
Yeah.
I think just iPad,
Just
but I
iPhone.
could...
It's iPhone.
no, iPad, iPhone. So it's on both iPad and iPhone.
But I mean, you played it like you had to blow it up, didn't you?
Yeah. I think it's universal.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure. But anyhow, so it's on iOS.
Yeah.
And this is yet another one of those games that's kind of similar to Jubeat in some ways, but it's a rhythm game. It's a little bit Owen Don.
Yeah.
But the music is a lot more new agey.
Yeah.
a little bit.
A little bit Yanni.
A little bit Yanni.
A little bit.
But I actually liked it. Like, one of the things about it is just so atmospheric. The whole idea is you have these rings, and then basically circles are coming. You need to hit each one to a particular time based off this ring that's going out.
Yeah.
Really simple concept, but the whole idea is you play it with headphones, and it's just so relaxing. It's one of those things I like to play right before I go to bed.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
It's like flow.
You like to do that. Like, you like to find those things that, like, before sleep can just kind of put you over the edge.
Yeah. Flow was like that. Flower, in some ways, was like that.
Yeah.
I guess you don't play games to fall asleep?
Not so much. Not so much.
You don't play DS and just like, no?
No, not usually. So I did actually enjoy Pulse. I don't think I got into it as much as you, because the thing is, I was like sitting on my couch and there was other, like, Outland was like there on my, so I was just kind of like, I played them like, this is kind of cool, but I think that I played it for 15 minutes or something. And I was just like, maybe next time I'm on a train or something, maybe I'll just kind of do this to relax, like to pass some time. But as a game to play when I'm in a gaming mood, it wasn't like sucking me in.
I would say it definitely feels more like an experiential event as opposed to something that I'm going to try to get really good at.
Right.
For the most part, so it's just like, I just feel like relaxing, as opposed to like, I feel like micromanaging everything. I'm going to play Plants vs. Zombies, right?
Yeah. But the funny thing I was thinking about when I was playing this is, like, it might be one of those things where I'd play on a train or something, but like you said, it's really relaxing. I think I'd feel kind of weird playing this as a shitter game. Like,
ooh, yeah, no,
like it's not a shitter game. It doesn't work. It's not because like you're sitting in there taking a dumposaurus, and it's just like la la la. Like, you don't take a piano into the bathroom. This is not. So it's like.
So what game would be a shitter game in this case? Like what?
I mean, I've played a lot of DS games.
That's true. So a lot of platformers. You play Outland on the shitter?
Outland?
Yeah, right.
How would I play Outland on the shitter?
Oh, I'm sure if you just
drag my television.
You angle your TV and you got wireless.
I told you the games I play the most, the shitter games, are my iPhone games, like the ones where it's the
like Monster Dash,
those.
Cut the rope.
Yeah. The problem is things like Rocket Slime or whatever. Like, I would get too into it. And I just go there to take a dump, and I realize like an hour has passed, and my ass is asleep.
That's pretty much what happened to me when I played Yoshi Story's few games. It's just like, seriously, ring around your ass.
And you're just like,
it's not good.
I've been done for. I could get up and leave. I'm like, nobody's bothering me in here.
I could take 2 shits.
I'm gonna eat something. I'm gonna eat something. A
little sandwich.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a burrito.
That's terrible. But yeah, so Pulse, I actually really liked it. I don't know if there's a light version in the thing, but
might have to iPad it.
Yeah, might have to iPad it. But I liked it a lot. It was great.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Boop.
I was having a hard time finding the use case, but I know that I will. Like, I'm flying to Seattle tomorrow for work.
Oh, nice.
So maybe I will meditate on the plane when we hit turbulence.
Well, if you're in Virgin, I think that'd be the perfect experience. It'd be all dark. You'd be like, oh yeah,
that's true.
Drink a few martinis.
Yes, they land. I'm like, fuck you. Just fly. I'm not getting off. I'll just take the trip. I'll take the trip back.
Hell yeah.
So that's it for the games. But new releases.
I know what we got next.
Ellie the War, motherfucker!
So you picking up tomorrow?
Of course.
Now, I don't even know if there's any midnight launches for this.
There is one. There's a GameStop in Palo Alto.
Oh, okay,
that's doing midnight launch, and I've been considering driving up there tonight to get it, but I'm not sure. But I'm serious. I am so excited. Like, it's got a bunch of really good actors in it. Everything we've seen just looks like the most engrossing, amazing gameplay. Yeah,
well, I'm actually most excited about seeing all of the voice acting and all of the motion capture, because all the
dude from the Mad Men.
I forget what's his name. He's not the TV guy, but he's the other guy. But like everything about it, like you actually watch, like, wow, this is the same guy that I saw in Mad Men, because all the facial tics and all that stuff is just perfect.
Yeah, I just hope it's good. Like, we've been let down so many times before, Brink.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's going to be awesome. I'm slightly worried about the gameplay, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't even know what the game. I mean, like
what is the game? Like, right?
That's the thing, is all I've seen is the movies on the net that, like, you interrogate this person. Like, is that the game though? Like, are you saying like that's me for 30 hours being like, but what did you know?
It's just like, am I looking at their eyes the entire time of just watching cutscenes? Like, I'm a little worried.
Yeah,
slightly.
They're like, I don't know anything. And it's like radio comes up. It's like, I don't believe you. I really don't believe you. Smack her face. Kiss her.
Smack. And it's just like,
We'll see, but I mean, like from what we've seen, the technology alone is going to mostly carry it. And I'm such a sucker for story. The gameplay could be really kind of soft. I'm not going to lie to you.
Well, the story for me will help me drive, but if the gameplay's bad, I'm not sure I'm going to like it that much. What I've been hearing all this great stuff about it. Like apparently they took like a year in 1947. I don't know if I told you the story, but they took all of these police cases that happened in that year and they made the missions, like real ones. Yeah. So it almost feels like, and like they spent so much time and research on the hit city, all of the architecture. They have all of these. They have the Brown Derby. They have all these old LA. So I'm kind of excited just to drive around.
I am too. I mean, the thing is like I love noir films. I love that period of history. I love that style of dress. I mean, everything.
Did you ever read those books? The Elroy? No, Leonard. Elmore Leonard. Damn it! I'm getting the Get Shorty guy confused with the quadrilogy guy, quartet guy. The LA Confidential guy.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's not Elmore Leonard, but Leroy. Well, anyhow, but basically.
But you're talking about the guy that wrote the LA Confidential.
Yeah. So read those for like if you really like noir, those are the best.
Really?
Books. Yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out because I've never read like the Maltese Falcon stuff either. I've just I've just seen the movies.
But first, play the game. Hopefully, it'll be. I heard it's 3 discs.
Wow!
360.
That is hardcore.
I know. It's like Final Fantasy.
God damn. So on the PS3, it's just going to be 1 again. Cause it's
probably,
Blu-ray.
But I don't know if I'll get to the second disc, because I sure didn't with some of these other 3 disc games.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We shall see.
So next up, Witcher 2.
Witcher 2 what?
The Electric Assassin of King's Boogaloo.
Okay.
Yeah, you did point out, though, like, putting
seriously?
an assassin.
Really?
It seems like you're going after a certain market here. We're going after some Google terms. By the way, did I tell you, speaking of Google terms, if I ever start a band, I've decided what to call it.
What?
Nipple slip.
I don't think you'll out Google search.
But you know what my first album's going to be called? Jessica
slip?
Alba. I thought of this the other night. It's like, nipple slip. I will get so many accidental hits. I'll be the most popular band in the world.
But then they'll see your face and not Jessica Alba's
their face is going to be on the album.
I don't think you'll get just.
I'll figure it out. I'll draw something that looks like them.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway,
but you gave everybody's idea. Like you won't actually have a band, so it's too late. It's gone.
Right now, somebody's buying nippleslipptheband.com.
Yeah, nipplesslip.com. I would imagine is
probably gone.
Probably.
I've been there. I have painted the screen for them.
What were we talking about? The Witcher 2.
The Witcher
Speaking
2.
of painting the screen, I actually know very little about this game.
Yeah.
Beyond what I've seen in a trailer that had no gameplay whatsoever.
Yeah, but it looked really pretty.
It did look pretty.
So here's what I'm going to say is that I trust the NooBTooB army.
Yes.
And you guys are so friggin' pumped for The Witcher 2, it's ridiculous. Like, you guys got to play Witcher 2. I'm like, it's not out yet. Why don't you guys talk about Witcher 2? It's not out yet. It's never out yet. When it's out, we'll talk about it.
It's out tomorrow.
It looks like a fantastic RPG. I mean, people are saying it is just a really, really, really nuanced world. You can do lots of cool stuff. You were finding all sorts of sex moves.
Yeah, well, apparently the big thing about the first one was, you could seduce women and then get a sex card with them in an erotic pose, and you would be collecting them like fucking baseball cards.
That's so awesome.
I kind of hope they have that feature.
I know, I'll totally
I'll play for that.
Yeah, I will totally check that out. So, I mean, people are saying that it's got all the like, I don't know. I'm actually curious to check it out because the only like super heavy hardcore RPGs I've played lately are the Bethesda style ones,
like Fallout. Or?
Yeah. And I haven't been able to get as into them. Like, there's been something about them that hasn't...
You like Sword and Sorcery, so...
Yeah, that's true. And I never really got into Dragon Age too much.
Dragon Age 2 was...
So I'm looking for an RPG to throw myself into, and I'm hoping that I fall in love with this one.
We'll see. I mean, a lot of people do say the first one was really great, except a little buggy. But I think this was going to be on both PS3, PC, and 360. So I'm definitely going to give it a try.
Yeah.
After LA Noire. So my next, dude, I don't know if The Witcher 2 will make our last episode.
Yeah, that's true. We only have 1 week left to play games.
And I'm going to be playing LA Noire for the next 3 or 4 days.
Yeah,
so
we'll see.
We'll see.
We're on a time crunch.
I know. Oh,
I'll have to do I'll be on the road, like driving out to DC, and I'll be on my iPhone, like doing like a video review. I'm like, so guys, let me tell you what I think about Witcher 2. Oh God! He's like piecing it together in Skype.
Oh.
This is Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger. So this was
old school.
This is old school. So this is on the SNES, I believe, back in the day. I didn't actually have a SNES, so I never played this when it first came out. I actually played it emulated.
Ooh.
That was the only time I've ever played it.
Like way later?
Like way later, like 4 years ago later.
And then, like...
It's good.
Still good.
Well, the thing is, like, the whole thing about this one, it's kind of your standard JRPG, but the story is fantastic.
No.
Even for,
is
like,
it as
text.
good as Mother?
I'll let the people.
Dude, you have to play Mother 3.
You play Mother 3. Fuck you.
We're sorry, guys.
Yeah, well, we'll get to it. Maybe 232.
Yeah, that's right. But so you were playing it and it's old school and it was still really fun.
Yeah, it feels good because basically it just seems like they put a lot of depth. There's all these activities, like the whole startup from the beginning of the game. You're like, all hell hasn't broken loose. You're like kind of doing normal stuff. I forgot how it starts, but you're doing all this crazy stuff. It's really, the writing's really well done. It feels like when I originally played JRPGs. Remember how like it was so epic?
Yeah.
And like shit was real?
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't?
Right.
Like that's how it felt to me 4 years ago. Still.
Right. Yeah.
Like even
and is it the kind of standard lineup for dudes turn-based JRPG battle?
Yes, I believe. It's been a while. But yeah, I just remember wandering around talking to townspeople. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I'll try it out. I mean, like it's legendary. It's got a lot of cred to it.
And I think it's Virtual Console. I don't think I actually worked on WiiWare, but I don't think they actually did a remake of it.
Yeah,
which would be really nice. I'd actually like to see one of those.
That'd be cool. After the Final Fantasy VII. It's almost out. I heard that it's coming out next month. Final Fantasy VII remake.
Considering how Square Enix has been doing lately, do you ever see how much money they lost?
Yeah, I heard it was bad.
It was bad.
It was really
bad news.
Yeah. Which is too bad because I mean they've done a couple of really cool things like the Lara Croft and the Guardian Light was a good game.
That's true. Yeah. Final Fantasy 13 was not.
I feel like there's other.
Oh, they did publish Modern Warfare 2 in Japan.
Nice.
I guess I got some money from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Square Enix. It's unfortunate that their name hasn't really.
Yeah, it doesn't have the cachet.
No,
it used to have.
Dragon Quest 9, but that was more Enix than Square. So.
Yeah. Well, Dragon Quest 9. That was a good point. That was a good one. So that's it for the games.
Oh no! I think there's one more. One more that I'm most excited about. It's coming out tomorrow.
All the games.
No. So there is. Shoot, do I still have the thing here? I had a list of all the new features of this game. So
are you shitting me?
Yeah. So Cake Mania, Main Street. It's the fourth in the series for Cake Mania on the DS. Really awesome game. Not only that, they added fucking sushi bars. Burger lines. So it's not even Cake Mania. It's like more.
Some dude will come in like thinking of like a salmon roll, and then you got to make it,
or like a fucking tuna maki, whatever. He's like, you gotta. I don't know. Just say they have 4 new types of stores: burgers, sushi, and desserts or something.
Right.
I forget.
And then
cakes.
Root beer tapper.
Lots of cakes. Yeah.
Right.
I can go on. There's also, I can tell you're really interested.
No, actually that's kind of cool. I like that they're still innovating with the pattern.
Yeah, I mean, it's a time management game, so it is kind of the standard stuff of you trying to get to everywhere. So it's one of those things if you're really OCD and you like the sort of simulation aspect.
Did you beat? Like, how do you play these games? Like, I'm curious. Do you
just
play Cake Mania until it gets so hard that it's impossible and you stop playing?
No,
or do you try and beat the game?
There's like different worlds, but I think definitely I get to a point where it gets so hard I just stop playing. I think there's like 5 worlds, and the last one I got to the 3rd or 4th.
Okay.
So
it does reach a point where you're just basically like unable to continue.
I mean, you when you lose like 5 times in a row, you're like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Right. I just got to be faster with my stylus, and I'm just like, whatever.
Right. It's not that you haven't figured out the pattern. It's just that it gets too quick.
And this is one of those games where I know if I'm going to go on a trip, I save it for that trip, and that's all I'll play at the airport, on the plane, on the bus there, on the way back, and then I'll get kind of sick of it. You just overdose, right? But this is like the guys who said I played Cake Mania based off your review, they loved it. So you guys should give it a try.
Well, that's good. I mean, I wish I wish you and your sorority luck.
It's you're not going to rush this year? Seriously?
I don't know, man.
Come on, man.
The moo.
Next game. We're out of games. Yeah,
so Cake Mania sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm dude, midnight launch.
Tonight. Just sitting there with like a little cake on your head. Like, open.
Come on. We're asking people like, hey, do you want to play Cake Mania?
Yeah.
Hey.
I should seriously pick up a copy of Cake Mania Main Street just for my next long flight and just give it a shot.
Dude, seriously.
Give you some respect.
It is so good. The thing is, though, I don't know if you like those kind of games. It's one of those things where you're constantly on edge.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh shit, I got to move her over here, and then
I liked the battle sequences in Rocket Slime with like picking all the like that's kind of constant.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's exactly that. You should totally give it a try.
For girls.
It's sushi.
That's true.
Right? That's a little less girl.
I swear to God, when you said sushi, I'm like, I'll try that.
You are such a fucking weeaboo. You know that? You are totally a weeaboo. And there's anime characters and like upskirts and hentai. It's
crazy.
Egg,
dude. I'm an egg.
That's true. I'm a Twinkie.
I know. Boy, did that come out wrong.
Wait, what? So
that's
donations
it for the new games, but it's going to be a great week. It's going to be an awesome week. Donations. So Robert.
Yes, thank you very much for your very generous donation.
Yes.
We really appreciate it.
Speaking of donations, people might be wondering about this. So we have some money left over in our bank account from all of you guys giving donations over the last couple of years.
Yep.
We're not going to touch any of that, and we're going to keep paying the bills on NooBTooB.com and stuff for as long as that money lasts, giving the community time to decide what they want. I mean, like, we've got enough for like a whole another year.
At least, yeah. So we're gonna save it.
So we'll let you guys figure out what you want to do with the site if people want to start chipping in to keep it running or how they want to do it. But you guys don't have to worry. Like, NooBTooB's not going anywhere for a while. We got a couple $100 in the bank, and we'll keep paying the hosting on all that. So.
Absolutely, and there's a few people that do recurring donations, which we've been appreciative. If you guys want to cancel it, that's fine. If you want to keep it going, it'll all go to the hosting site. So
yes, I mean any money you give us from here on out, we'll just keep NooBTooB alive longer, keep the forums alive longer, keep everything alive longer.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay, so each week I like to feature NooBTooB on the show. Send in videos with questions, reviews, games, funny stories. This is your last time.
That's it.
Last one.
Call in and tell me you're gonna miss me.
And me.
And you.
Me too.
Yeah.
And your cat.
You're going to miss Killer. We're going to bring Killer out for one last little cameo. I don't know.
No, he's something.
Was I supposed to say something?
Yeah. Contact
us toll free at 888-233-8480 and send your files to feedback@NooBTooB.com. Also post them as video responses, and don't forget the yow.
I
totally skipped ahead.
Hey!
God damn it.
Man, I'll also keep videos
I've
under a minute.
never done this before.
I know, it's been so long. I'll please keep videos under a minute if you want to be played on the show. And don't forget the yow!
Oh, you motherfucker. Gotcha. Line stomper. First up is Pedrino.
You're a line skipper.
Yeah.
Hey, NooBTooB. This is Pedrino from the forums, and my question or topic is hardware life cycles or hardware cycles on the consoles, particularly. For the last 40 years, the average has been between 4 and 6 years per cycle. And with this, and today we're at 7+ years. We're already there. We're already at 7 years. And this bums me out because I like the hardware generations. I like the console wars. This keeps coming up, but it's fun. It's fun to have those new generation hardware coming. It's something to look forward to. But with this new, the bad economy and the motion add-ons, they have stunted the hardware cycle. And although I don't mind that so much, it's kind of dull. I mean, it just takes that whole aspect of the, looking forward to the next hardware generation. It just takes that out, and it kind of makes the whole hobby just a little bit duller. What do you guys think about the extended hardware life cycle? And yow.
Meow. Meow. What did he say? I just saw cat. So I have no idea what's going on.
That was a nice little cameo there.
Traumatic cat
experience.
experience.
Poor cat.
Hardware life cycle. So
what
gives?
7 years? Is that true?
Well, 7 years, I think, from the 360.
Okay.
Right? So 2003. That sounds about right.
I guess that's about right.
And I think the PS3 came out 2 years after or one after. I forget.
Yeah.
I
don't remember. I remember the Wii came out while we were doing this show.
Yeah, because we waited in line at Toys R Us. I remember that for like 8 hours.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a weird cycle because it's not even like except for the Wii, which is I'm super excited that they're like.
It's about time.
I agree with him. I like the excitement of it. Like I don't mind the expense. Like I do like the what's coming next. Like watching what people do with new hardware.
I think I agree with you to an extent, but like after like the so long of these new like not having one for a while, and the ones we had is like the 3DS or the DSi. It's just like kind of all these like very small iterations. Yeah. It's just like, and also all of them, the Move and the Kinect and all this. I'm just like,
You're right. I mean, I think you're right that the peripherals have kind of drained the excitement away.
Yeah.
Where if we had gotten nothing, I'd be super excited to see because what they could do is they could bundle it where the Xbox 720 has this Kinect built in, and you're like, oh motherfucker, that's awesome! It has a camera, it can do all this cool stuff.
Yeah.
But since they're just basically taking functionality that would be in the next console and then just eking it out, then you're right. We don't look forward to as much as we used to.
And the thing is, like to me, like I'm not really sure if needing more graphical power or needing more whatever is something I'm really in the mood for these days. Because like, look at all the amazing stuff we were seeing in the indie scenes, right?
Right.
Like all these crazy new, platformers.
And it's all like 8-bit shit. It's all
Right?
like they're stepping back. They're just
Yeah.
like, we're going to go back to gameplay.
Yeah, and it's just like I'm kind of done being a graphics whore, even though I complain all about Brink and all this. Like,
Right.
Like I want good experiences. I want great art style. I want like different distribution models, so more indie guys can like jump into the market.
Right.
So like.
Well, lucky for you, it doesn't look like
a couple
Microsoft
years.
or Sony have any interest in rolling out the next. I mean, like seriously, there's not even been a peep about it. Like we haven't heard inklings of people working on it. We haven't seen.
I thought I remember reading something where EA like had a dev kit or something crazy, but I think it was totally a rumor. Who knows?
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I think the 360 will probably happen before PS3 because PS3 was later, and honestly,
Right.
PS3 has a lot more legroom.
Yeah,
Like,
they
like
have
potential
way
power.
more muscle.
Because Uncharted 3, like, right, it's still even better than Uncharted 2 in terms of
I
graphical
mean,
power.
you can see from the stuff they're doing on the PS3, it's just like, I'm playing games that are 1 year old on the PS3 and new games. Just like, motherfuckers, they are they're learning how to pull every last little bit out of that.
Yeah, and they figured it out. And, like, at least for the next 2 years, you're probably going to get some of the best games on the platform.
Yeah. I mean, you look at Vanquish. I mean, come on! Like,
oh god, that was so
Vanquish
amazing.
is seriously one of the best looking games I've ever seen in my life. I mean, that is like it is like being on a multi-$1,000 arcade game.
Well, dude, you know what pissed me off about that game?
What?
800,000 sold. They didn't even hit 1 million.
What is wrong with you people?
Bastards! Come on!
We go out there and we tell tens of people on the internet.
At least! Maybe 20.
Dozens of tens. We scream into the void what games are good, and you guys keep buying shit.
Yes.
But seriously, not even 1 million.
Yeah, not even 1 million.
God damn it, Vanquish was so good, guys.
I know. You gotta reward these people that are making these amazing games so they keep making more games.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you get a lot of shit.
Have you heard about? Damn it, I'm not gonna be able to remember the name of it. There's this Minecraft-ish thing that's 2D.
Why does it sound familiar?
Yeah,
that sounds really familiar. What?
Terraria.
Okay.
Yes. So there's this indie game called Terraria that apparently just released on Steam like today or tomorrow.
PC? Nice.
Getting crazy buzz. It's
Shit,
like
I gotta write that
people
down.
are saying it like might be the next Minecraft. So go out and Google around for Terraria.
Yeah.
Maybe if we get a chance, we'll try and review it for 131 next week. But anyway, the point I was making is that it's super low res indie game.
Yeah.
But this is kind of like the new hotness. This is just
It is.
like what can 3 smart people do?
Yeah, and that I think is what excites me most about the next 2 or 3 years is not the big budget items, because honestly, the way I see the industry going, and I kind of feel almost like NooBTooB's going out kind of right before it collapses. You know what I mean? Seriously, right? You got these $60 games and you got these $1 games, and I'm like, everything's going to these indie and smaller people are doing these amazing games. And
Do you think if we were still doing the show 2 years from now, we would just be reviewing like all mobile games?
I think we would definitely be reviewing at least half mobile games, or half social games, or half whatever.
Yeah, I can see that.
Right? We'll probably be reviewing. We would be reviewing some like ARG.
Yeah.
Right? Like we'd be like, oh yeah, Tobin, let's go outside.
Right.
And
Yeah.
walk around a
That's
bit.
right.
and
Look at
do
the
this.
coins that I found.
And check in over here.
Right.
Like that's exactly what we'd be talking about, and that kind of scares me and disappoints me in some ways, right?
Yeah, I'm on the fence. Like I said before, I am not sold on mobile gaming as a replacement, and it's kind of going to become that because it's so affordable.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm going to miss the Vanquishes of the world. I'm going to miss the Uncharteds of the world.
I think they'll still be there. It's not like they're going to go away. It's just you're not going to get as many of them as you do today.
Right.
A lot of the investment will go into this other stuff. So it just kind of makes me sad because like I said, like I mean, I'm with you. I want to play these huge, amazing $50 million games.
Right.
But there isn't going to be as much of a market for them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyhow, that's hopefully
I still want another Majestic. I've been dreaming of an ARG on the scale of Majestic for so long.
if I was independently wealthy, I would be working on something right now.
I know I would too.
That's
But the
exactly
thing
what I'd
is
be working on.
I see these ARGs that they're doing for like movie promotions and stuff. It doesn't pull me in.
It
I don't
appeals
wanna-
to one small group of people who really like puzzles.
Yeah.
It's not us.
It's not. It's
there's no game.
It's not a game. Exactly. That's my problem with
fucking
it.
puzzle solving. So like I'm looking like I saw Majestic and how they really interweave the story. And like you look at like what they could do. There was this whole thing about remember I told you with geocaching?
Yeah.
So you go and you can like say, okay, go here. But somebody like built a module based system around geocaching where you would go to these different areas and it'd pop up a screen saying you're in this dungeon.
That is what I'm talking about.
Right?
That is what I want, man.
And you
I
get
want
a battle like a fucking live mud.
Yes.
Like I was like, that's my idea. I want to
imagine it sending out you're walking out to get lunch with your buddies, and your phone beeps, and there's somebody, I shit you not, down the street fighting a fake orc, and you're like, guys, I'm out. I would do it too. I would ditch my friends.
This is a rare spawn. You don't understand. And I'm never buy this McDonald's.
And it's like you and some dude being like, boopity boop boop.
You're fucking finding Ronald McDonald, right? Or some crazy ass boss that is only at that place, right?
And you can see it. You can have that shit on the DS, 3DS, where you hold it up. You see that shit. And here's the cool thing. You guys beat him. It's some dude you've never met before, and you're like, thanks, dude.
Like, great.
Let's exchange tags.
It's just like, oh, dude, what kind of armor you got? Right?
I want that world!
And that, to me...
That's the new gaming.
I think that's the new gaming.
Yeah.
All the shit we're seeing with, like, Angry Birds and all that, that's going to be there.
Yeah.
But people, real game developers... Seriously, they're gonna start doing cool shit, and that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, and I mean, like once I saw the shit that you showed me with the camera on the 3DS, I was just like, "That's it. I get it now. Like, this is where we're going. Like when they have the iPhone 7 that has that kind of like hold it up and it redraws the entire world, like you know."
Or you go to like Starbucks, and there's a QR code that's only special for some in-game item. Like, I would totally go to that place and buy a fucking latte.
Right now, I kind of want to quit my job and go like, I'm getting so excited to talk about this. I'm like, I'm just going to go fucking make this happen.
Yeah,
like,
dude, we quit. Let's just go.
That is seriously, like, that's everything I want out of gaming.
Because you look at what they do right now with Foursquare and all these other, like, bullshit. They're no games. No. Right? They're not games.
No.
But
that's garbage.
Right, but real game developers are going to start tackling this stuff. And that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah. God, I hope it happens.
Oh, yeah, we'll see.
So that is our...
That's
explosion of the show.
I know. That's our second to last show for the week.
Second to last show. We will see you guys next week for the finale.
Yeah.
Don't expect. We're not doing anything special. We're just going to do another show.
Yeah. Like, we'll say bye.
We'll say bye at the end.
It'll be okay.
Yes.
But yeah, so please check out our website NooBTooB.com and participate in forums by clicking the community tab at the top of the page. And also follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
Yep. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, there's a subscription button right up here. You want to click that. Also give this video a big ol' thumbs up by clicking on my junk.
That's all going to need it.
Come on. You're going to miss my junk. You're going to miss it. So that's all for this episode. I'm Tobin Kozire.
And I'm Yuzo Watanabe. Audio engineering is done by Range. Yeah, it's got a Hemi. Strunk.
No.
See you next week.
We're out.